and welcome back to
Inspired to Game. I'm Sean.
And I'm Lola. If you like what you see here, please support our channel by subscribing down below.
And if you've already subscribed, thank you very much. Tell a friend.
Today we are talking about Fork, the food chain trick-taking game designed by Tate Wu, who I want to thank for giving us this preview copy for the upcoming Kickstarter. So the Kickstarter comes out within a couple of days. And so, well, first we will start off with showing you a very basic overview of how the game plays.
Fork is a food chain trick-taking game where foxes, owls, rabbits, and kale are all eating their respective foods. Now each round, a player, the lead player, will declare a terrain and then play a card from that terrain face down. Let's see, I'm going to play face down. And then each other player will also play a card from that terrain if they have it, from another terrain if they don't, or a wild fox. And if they play a kale, it's played face up. Then everybody shows their cards, and the trick is resolved from the most powerful card down. So the fox will eat this owl. The owl is scored. You scored what you eat. You discard what ate it. And now with nothing here to eat this hare, the hare will eat the kale. The player will score the kale, and the rabbit will be discarded. You continue that until 5 cards are obtained by one player. Then the game ends immediately. Count up your score and see who won. In a 2-player game, each player plays 2 cards per round before resolving the trick, and the game ends when somebody scores 7 cards, or if you run out of cards in your hand.
So Fork stands for Fox, Owl, Rabbit, and Kale. As you saw, those are the life forms that you are dealing with in this game. Well, I couldn't call them animals. They're not all animals,
not
you
all
know?
animals. Yeah. And kale eats, oh no.
Oh no. That's a little dystopian. That's a different game.
Yeah.
One thing that I like about this game, so it's a trick-taking game, so that tells you a lot. Because it's based on the food chain, I think that's a really interesting aspect of it that I really like. It's particularly nice for families and for kids because it gives you that basic idea of how the food chain works while putting it in a really fun trick-taking game format. We played this with our 10-year-old. He understood it really readily. I think you could probably play it, honestly, with kids as young as 6, maybe, depending on their prowess around card games. But that's a fun little element of it. So as you're playing, it's rather dynamic, as you don't know what the other players around the table put, unless they put a kale, and then it's great because they put a kale. So now you know you can put a rabbit down, and that's fantastic. That actually leads me into an interesting thing that I think versus, so we played it at 4 players with our teenagers, and we played it just the 2 of us, a 2-player variant. Now with the 2-player variant, you put 2 cards down each, which I found was really fun strategically because you do get to think of those things. It's like, okay, well, I'll put a kale down, and that will encourage him to put a rabbit down, and then I'll put my owl down because now I figure he'll likely have a rabbit down, and now I can gobble up his rabbit.
Didn't know I had a fox in my pocket. Boom! Fox eats owl. My rabbit is still alive eating your kale.
So it's a simple game. It's a fun trick-taking game. It's fantastic to take to the cabin, to take camping, because it's compact, it's easy to carry around, and you can teach it to anybody.
Yeah, and the strategy is way different, but from 2 players to 3 players to 4 players. It's really kind of fantastic to figure out.
Yeah. So if you're into trick-taking games, like the look of this one, you might want to check out their Kickstarter.
Thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate you being here. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already, and
happy gaming, folks.